So as I started this journey, I had no idea how far my dreams will get me and how many things they're gonna teach me. First of all, I started to use them for learning, to learn languages and to receive answers to my questions, sometimes the whole systems or new ideas. But then I went further. I started to use this time at night to face my most terrible fears, to fight them, so I won't be afraid of them in the real life. I use dreams to develop my skills, social skills, for example. I even use them to overcome my social anxiety, so I won't be afraid of real people. I played with my wishes and lucid dreams, so I can visit any place that I want, that I can talk with any person that I want and experience any possibility. Sometimes things that I would never be able to have in the real life, like becoming a mermaid, but I could feel them as bright or sometimes even brighter and better than in our reality. So why I'm saying reality this way. I don't share those things fully with anyone because, well, they are a bit scary and they are a bit magical. I don't know the better word that will suit to this situation, but I don't think that this information is secret anymore. Like, many people really are talking about this, many information you can find on the internet about people that are experiencing the same thing as I do. So I feel that I want to share this because more and more people have a right to know that this side of reality also exists. It's real. It's sometimes even much more real than ours. And anyone can go there if he wants. So during my story, I'm going to share with you my realizations, my knowledge that I've collected during all this period, and also some of my unique tips that you can also use if you want to do the same things as I described at the very beginning. And hopefully at the end of the story, we all will be a little bit closer in this realization what our world really is. Right now I'm 21 and I was relatively young as I first heard about lucid dreams. It was 8th or 9th grade and I was 14 when I started practicing. I've heard about this idea from my best school friend and she was really inspired by this concept of lucid dreams. She was much more into it than I. Like, she read books, she read articles, she talked about this with her family, with her friends, and it just happened to be that I was one of these friends. Back then I wasn't really serious about this idea, but I found it very interesting, and she also taught me the main instrument and the main tip that I still use and I still recommend for anyone who wants to start practicing lucid dreams. So all you need to do is simply to count all your fingers on one hand, and in the real world you can always count 5. But in the world of your dreams, it won't be that stable. Like, you can count 6, you can count 7, 4, even 9 sometimes. All you need to do is to create a habit of counting your fingers during the day, and if you will do this at least 3 times a day, it will be like perfect. I promise the result will come very soon, especially if your intention is strong. I will give you more ideas and instruments how to know if you're in a dream, but this one really is the best, the easiest and the main. So after I started practicing, the result came to me very quickly. Or maybe it took 3 years, but everything seems to be quickly when you're a kid. Anyway, I remember myself really quickly coming to the point where I could have about 2 lucid dreams where I did something actually during one night, and almost every my dream became lucid, in the meaning that I had a strong realization. I knew exactly that I'm dreaming, but I was too tired to do anything, so I let myself follow the plot. But if I didn't like the plot, I always change it. Like, hey, why didn't this boy pay attention to me? Rewind! Yes, that's better. And also those people, they won't crash in the train now. So once again, the dream is saved, thanks to... But darling, I've got tired of being a god of my dreams very quickly. I tried to imitate French, I'm bad in this. I didn't have enough knowledge. I didn't have enough ideas or wishes what to use my lucid dreams for, but most importantly, I didn't have enough energy to be conscious during the night, because, well, it's hard enough to be conscious during the day, if you know what I mean, especially when you're 14. I mean, I'm not even sure that any consciousness was involved in my life back then. So up until last couple of months, I wasn't practicing the skill at all. Like, I let it go with the flow, you know. To be honest, I wanted to get to the normal night. People want to get back to the normal life. I wanted the normal night. Yeah, normal things haven't appeared in my life since never. I wanted to see beautiful symbolic dreams that I did before. I wanted to travel, I wanted to fly around the world, involved with the plot, not knowing what's going on, what the hell is going on. This is some sort of strange bullshit. I like it. And it came true. Of course, I still had plenty of lucid dreams during this period that I wasn't practicing, simply because I developed the skill of understanding when I'm dreaming, and I didn't even need my hand anymore. I simply knew this. I knew this for sure. I was so sure actually that I jumped from the window without checking anything, and my heart always did this for a second, like, what if it's not a dream? The same friend that I told you already, she also told me about out-of-body experience, and I did this as well. It turned out to be pretty simple. She told me a bit about vibrations, that if you feel those things, you can simply stand out from your body and go for a walk without, body. And the same night after she told me this information, I felt those vibrations, and I felt like, whoa! I've been feeling this my whole life, and something started to swallow me away, but I got so scared that I didn't let this happen. And after this, a few days later, I also searched for information how you can do this consciously, how you can get out of your body. Yes, this information exists. It's pretty, like, anyone can find it if he wants. I can't say that I was really successful, but I also can't say that I wasn't, because something happened. I wanted to go out of my body, but I couldn't. But I felt already that my mind and my body are disconnected because I got sleep paralysis. It's when you simply can't move your body, though everything is good. It's not a scary thing. It's just unusual when you don't know what it is. I decided that I should come to those things by myself, as I did the first night with vibrations, that this should be something that comes from the inside, not because I watched some videos and because I'm practicing this, but because I'm capable to do this. I didn't feel that I'm ready. It's not scary, it's just that you need to understand some things. But it was always open to me. And really, months later, with the time, I've got free and more out-of-body experience that just happened to be so. And I've noticed an interesting thing that worked consistently. So I was in a lucid dream, and I have one technique that I use consistently and that always works, that I want to get someone in this dream, to talk with someone, ask some questions, maybe get some information. I just ask this person to be at another side of the door. At first you need a door, of course. And then I ask this, and the door knob starts to twitch, and when it starts, I extend away, it opens, and the person appears and comes to me. You can try this as well. I think that this is an ultimate thing that will work with everyone, because doors are actually portals. You can go anywhere with a door, you can find anything with a door. And there was a dream when I thought if this is a technique to take anyone, why wouldn't I meet a god himself? Actually, I called this my higher self, but those are similar conceptions, different names, but conception is similar. Like someone who can tell me my purpose in life, something. What is it all for? I also need to point out that I didn't believe in God back then. I mean, I had no religious education, but I was pretty familiar with the concept of higher self. I thought that, yeah, there can be someone higher than me. So I started to search for this substance. As I came to this door, something very unusual happened. And first of all, I was thinking what God would look like? It's interesting. Maybe she will be a woman. Maybe I will be a woman. Maybe this is my higher self. But the light came from this door, and this was vibrating really high. And at the door, I couldn't open the door because before I could open this, I already was back in my bed. I woke up, but I was with vibrations, and I know that I could get out of my body, which I did, because I know that when vibrations come, you can simply stand up and go, hey! And this was interesting, unusual, unique experience for me. And only months later, I repeated this. I wanted again to find my purpose in life. I wanted again to ask God what I'm here for. And I searched for Him. I found the door. I wanted to open it. And before I could even touch the door knob, I simply woke up with vibrations, and I could get out of my body. So I had 2 and 1 more time, 3 times those out-of-body experience. I also had a few nights where I could simply get out of my body. I also got meditations, different things happened to be with me. And also some of my spiritual skills, can I say so, started to develop, which was very unusual for me, because at some point I was very cynical, and I didn't believe in anything. very skeptical, this is the right word. But then at the time, so many situations and evidence, so many things came to me with materialistic world, let's say, not something that happened only in my mind, when I started to understand, whoa, something is going on. But anyway, though so many amazing things happened to me during this time period, I let it flow, let it go. I didn't really track it and wasn't paying huge attention to this until 2 months before New Year, maybe. I was doing philosophy courses in one philosophy society, and we had a very huge talk. This was the topic of, I guess, 4 or maybe 5 or maybe more lections about consciousness. The consciousness is the main thing we all should have. We all should be conscious, and being conscious means that you're conscious all the time, that you don't lose this consciousness during the night. So I knew already that you really can be conscious during all your night period, because I had experience of myself falling asleep, this second, or it's not a second actually, but this stage where you came from one reality to another. I once got conscious, I was present in the second, and I got exactly to lucid dream, because I was conscious, I got conscious there, but I was sleeping already. I was in the plot, I was in the train. It's actually very interesting, because this process, it's dynamic. You don't fall simply asleep. You came from this stage and then it turned to another sort of reality. It's beautifully interesting. Then also after this, once I got an experience remembering all my dreams at night, from the very beginning to the end of it. So after this experience, I decided that yes, I want to be conscious during the whole night. I don't want to lose my consciousness anymore, which I still do, even during the day. But the main thing that I realized, that dreams are part of our experience. They really are a place where you can get experience as much as you do this in the reality. And now we came to the point of reality, because I realized that dreams is also reality. It's real, I mean, obviously. It just works with another laws. They have different causation of things going on around, but this causation exists. I realized that I can use this time at night, I can use these dreams as much as I use this time in the real world, in reality, to achieve my goals. I can create there, I can write music there, I can even talk with people there, I can fight with my fears, as I said already, I can learn. And I can learn something that I can use in the real life. But even if I couldn't, which I can, even the fact that you can use this place, this playground, for any exercise that you want, for anything, you can simply train there, you can train your skills, you can live there, you can experience real things, you can taste things, you can hear things, you can talk with people, you can have sex there, you can have any sort of pleasure, you can have any sort of education, you can have anything. And not you have it written in a book about something, you can experience with your own hands, you will feel it, you will feel with your own body, you will taste it with your own body, you can go anywhere, you can see places. I mean, it's incredible. Really, all you need to do is 2 things. You need to know how to understand that you're sleeping, you need to know how to lose lucid dreams, or even not, you can lose normal dreams as well, and even better sometimes. And the second, you need to have a plan. This is more important. You need to know what you want from your dreams. And I wrote myself a plan, and I achieved it. And I got shocked. For example, I fought it with my fear of big grasshoppers. Yes, I tried, I touched them, I've thrown them from my window for 100 times, and I guess I finally can control myself. But still, please don't bring bugs to me. Not because I'm afraid of them, I just don't like them. Also, the best tip you can do to start is to write down your dream, which I did and which I do consistently, because the main thing that can bring you consciousness in your dreams is to write them down. There are really so many more things, like meditation, or how you can use love, or how you can see your future. You can read your dreams, you can read symbolism, this, which Carl Jung actually wrote about, which is amazing. But I'm talking too much already. This video is really a little bit random. It's just all my story. It's everything happened to be here. But if you want something more about this topic, if you want something more structured, it's all up to you. You can hit the like button. If we will get 200 likes, I will see that someone is interested in this topic, I will film another part. If not, well, and also I can tell you about scary dreams and how you can get rid of them, because I did this and I didn't have scary dreams for 10 years already. I mean, I had them only in childhood, and I decided to control this, and I did. So I wish you all, of course, if you wish this for yourself, to integrate dreams in your life experience system and to use them for your own good, and to have the most beautiful inspiring, amazing dreams ever. And remember that together we'll make our world better.